Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. And today's topic is about finding non-matching rows from joining tables using PROC SQL joins. To understand this, let us look into our sample datasets in here. Here we have two datasets. The first one is known as data 1 and the second one is known as data 2. And in both of these datasets, we have two variables each. And in the case of one, it is ID and var1. In the case of dataset 2, it is ID and var2. And what here we are looking is, we are trying to join both of these datasets using ID variable. Here if you see we have ID1 and ID2. And here you have ID2 and ID3. So if you see ID2 matches here and ID2 matches in here, we are not interested in them. We want non-matching rows from this table and non-matching row from this table. To do this, first we need to understand what is a full join. Here I want to join the dataset 1 and dataset 2, and the join I want to do is a full join. Let us try to understand the full join by looking into the results. But before that, let us look into the syntax. Here what I am doing is I am saying from 1 as O, means I am aliasing dataset 1 as O and I am aliasing dataset 2 as T, and then I'm doing a full join here, and then I'm doing on the basis of O.id equal to T.id. Here O.id, where the ID is coming from dataset 1, I'm saying 1 underscore ID. T.id, from where the ID is coming from dataset 2, I'm calling that as 2 underscore ID. And we also have var1 and var2 from dataset 1 and from dataset 2. Now let us quickly run this code and see our result. Here we are going to prepare our data sets, and also we are doing our join, and these join results we can see in the results window. And now let us quickly run this, and here you can see our result. In the result you can see that for the second observation, when 1 underscore ID and 2 underscore ID match, we have that result. We also have result when there is no match between the IDs. Here you can see that 1 underscore ID did not had a match, we still have that record, and here we have 2 underscore ID value which does not have match, still we see that results. To sum it up, we can say a full join, we have records when there is a match on joining column, and also we have records when there is no matching also. And now once we have seen that, if we again look into the result, we can understand something. In here, if I say that when 2 underscore ID is missing or 1 underscore ID is missing, I can find when there is no match. Means if there is a match, 2 underscore ID and 1 underscore ID will not be missing. So what I need to write in my code is simple. I need to add a where, in which I need to say where O.id is missing or T.id is missing. How does this really work? What happens whenever you give a where after a on? What generally happens is, behind the scenes, a temporary result will be created, something like this, and then our where is applied, and what it does is it picks up this observation and this observation. Now let us run our code and see our result, and in the result you can see that we have observations where we do not have matching between 1 underscore ID and 2 underscore ID. So now, even though this gives us the observations where there is no match, this does not look very clean because we have variables like 1 underscore ID and 2 underscore ID. We do not want two separate variables. We want to have a single variable and we want to mention that as ID. How we can do that? And it is very simple. All we need to do is we need to use a colist, like something what I am going to show you now. Now here you can see that I have the same query as what I'm showing you in here, where I am doing a full join, and then I am looking into only those records where there is no match by saying where o.id is missing or t.id is missing. But here what I have done is I have done colis and I have said o.id comma t.id, and then I am saying as id. So what this does is it looks into both of these values. Whenever any value is present, that value will be picked up. Means first non-missing value will be picked up, and we are saying that variable as id. So here we will have a id column with the value 1 and 3. Now let us quickly run this and see our result. In here you can see exactly what I have said. In this way what we have done is by using a full join and a where, we were able to find records which do not have matching rows based off joining column. That's all for this video. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Thank you.